Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for, you have the Eight of Pentacles wanting to pop out here, but like multiple times in the shuffle, but I don't take pop outs. We'll see if it comes out. This is your reading for October 3rd. We're just going to jump right in here and look at your general energies in this first row right here, Scorpio. You show up in a strong position. I like that. Next, we're going to see what you don't see coming this week in this middle row here. And Scorpio, definitely someone wants to communicate with you, or this came up in your last reading as well, or you want to communicate with someone. So I don't know. I feel like there's love here if you want it. Could be an earth sign, could be, I don't know, you have pretty much everything here. Fire, air stand out to me. But we'll look into it. In your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your future self. You show up twice in this reading. It's funny because I said to Pisces had the tower twice. I said to Pisces, I'm telling you right now that it's one of those weeks where everyone's going to have the tower. I already know. So definitely could be seeing tower moments happening in the world. But we're also going to double clarify this reading like I did last week. And on top of that, I'm going to do like a personal-ish reading at the end where I'm going to give you time to think of a question. I'm going to answer it as if I know what your question is. We'll see how that goes. But you start off here with this Not For You card. You end with the Eight of Cups. Every single person in the September readings had the Eight of Cups. I've never seen it happen so much in so many readings. I even said it in those September readings and the third quarter readings. It just seems like, I don't know, we had that, I just think that we're entering into this like time that is like super faded. We're entering into eclipse season soon. We have all these crazy retrogrades. We have things going on that we've never seen before in the astrology. Like Neptune and Pisces that I always talk about. I think something people don't realize about these generational planets is like, number one, how much do they really affect us? They're very, very far away. Neptune is very far away. And so who really knows? The good news about Neptune and Pisces is the next time it comes back around, we'll all be dead. So we won't be here. We won't have to worry about it, right? That's the good news. But what I would say is that pretty much everyone seems to be either ending situations, love, business, and otherwise. It doesn't have to just be love. It could be anything. What I would say is it's something that your heart belongs to. You have the Great and Full card, which is like the Ace of Cups. And so for a lot of us, I feel like we're being called to our true heart. Like, what do you want your life to look like deep down inside? And I feel if situations are not for you, if things are being removed from your life, if you're really honest with yourself, I feel like you could be saying, yeah, it hurts that I have to go through this, but at the same time, I know it's not for me, and I feel a lot of people are kind of going through that. You have the Emperor, the Death card, and the Three of Wands. What are you waiting for here, Scorpio? Three of Wands is like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. You want something or want to do something. I feel that some of you could be thinking that you don't want to make a decision too soon. You have the Three of Wands to the Knight of Swords to the Eight of Cups. It's like you're walking towards fulfillment anyway. So whether you're walking away from something or walking towards something doesn't matter here. I feel you're going to do it anyway is what this reading is saying. So, why wait? Three of Wands is a card of expansion. So it says, really, I feel like you're walking towards fulfillment. That's what the Eight of Cups represents. And, I feel like this is saying you're going to do it anyway. So why not do it, right? Embrace the death is what I feel like this is saying. You are the Death card. This is your card, but you can see here that the king is dead underneath the horse here. And it kind of just represents the fact that even kings die. It represents the fact that things that have been established in our life for a very long time, nothing truly lasts forever. And that's okay. That's part of life. We have to go through these transformations. You should know that better than anyone. You're Scorpio, death. So, you should know that better than anyone. That things change, people change, situations change. And it's like, can you embrace the change is what I feel like this is saying. Can you be excited, There's this child here, and this child is the only one that isn't afraid of the Death Rider. This child is holding up flowers to the Death Rider. It's like children, sorry, I just lost my camera, but now I have to wait a minute here, Scorpio. But what I would say is that children are excited by change. They are excited by new things. And so, I feel like there are new things coming in for you that are going to be very exciting. You also have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is about being focused, following a plan. And I really feel that with the Emperor, that you need to be focused. I feel like you need to follow a plan and stick to a plan as well. I feel like you're ready for action on something. So let's see. if we can get more detail in this row, what are you ready for? I want to know what you're ready for as well here, Scorpio. With the Emperor, yeah, you're ready. Eight of Wands, quick action, quick movement, and quick conclusion. It's like once you get off your ass, Scorpio, I'm not calling you out here, okay? I get it, right? But what I would say here is that I feel like he needs to get up and get moving. It's like once you get up and get moving, that's it. I feel like you're going to be moving very, very quickly towards success. Eight of Wands, very quick. The other thing I would say is I've been getting a lot of readings lately, again, that are about manifestation. I really feel this is, again, Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, to me, we should aim high, right? Because, one of my favorite people of all time, Les Brown, says it's better to aim high and miss than it is to aim low and hit. So it's better to have big, crazy goals during Neptune and Pisces than it is to have tiny little ones that you actually achieve, right? I would aim high and still have something that's much better than what you originally wanted, is what that basically means. And the Eight of Wands is traditionally like the arrows of love, meaning you're telling the universe what you want in love, and the universe is responding. But, like people like Esther Hicks calls this your rockets of desire, meaning you tell the universe what you want, and the universe responds with something you want. With the Death card, you have the Seven of Swords. You could have been dealing with a lying, cheating, stealing situation. I feel like you could have been dealing with someone who had like a silver tongue, someone who just was really good with their words, and maybe they were just a liar. So I kind of get that feeling for some of you, or maybe that's what you've experienced in the past and you're just ready for something new. Seven of Swords also represents doing things differently. I actually consider it to be a good card, not a bad card. It's a golden card. All golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive. He's stealing these swords from this army in the background. So it's like he's going to war in a different way. And, whenever I get the Seven of Swords, I always think, like, are there things in your life that are hard, whatever it is, doesn't matter, that you could be doing differently? You're going to have to look for the answer, but yes. With the Three of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Get moving, Scorpio. I'm going to title this reading, Move Your Ass, because there's a lot of success waiting for you. It's like, again, he's looking at those ships, and he's like saying, when are they going to come in? Or should I get on those ships and go on an adventure? The thing about the Three of Wands is that the ships are going out, on the Three of Wands. They're expanding. They're going out into the water. A lot of people read it as your ship's coming in, which is, definitely a legitimate way to read the Three of Wands, of course, but they're technically going out. The true story of the Three of Wands is that he's looking at that water there, and it kind of looks like the desert. It's golden in color. It looks like he's looking at the desert, and he might be thinking to himself, there's nothing out there. I'm looking at the desert. But when he looks closer, he sees the ships. He sees opportunity in something where he didn't originally see opportunity in it. So again, are there things in your life that you need to look closer at where there could be opportunity in something that you don't realize, right? Next in the area of what you don't see coming is fulfillment. You have this great and full card. If you want love, could be love. You have this card, Six of Cups. Six of Cups would be like a soulmate. So there could definitely be someone coming in for you. I definitely get a lot of communication here. And again, it wouldn't really surprise me. Just based off the astrology for the rest of the year, to me, the way that I see it is that pretty much everyone, there's a good chance that it just kind of starts as communication. You could meet someone online. You could meet someone where you're just texting a lot, right? It kind of starts that way. So it doesn't really surprise me. But I feel like it would be very fulfilling with this card. You have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. See, I feel like there's something you've always wanted, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be business, work, love, spirituality, health. And you see, he's got this pentacle on his head and one over his heart. I always say, one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. And I feel you need to believe that. I feel like you need to believe that when your head and your heart come into alignment, that you can have whatever you want. And when you believe that, that's when you can get up and get moving and move your ass. Like I said, Scorpio, and get moving. You have the Knight of Swords here. Again, I get communication rushing in here. I feel like a cloud is what I feel here. It's almost like it's like a mist is what I feel here with this person. I'm not sure if this is a good thing here, Scorpio. We're going to dig into it. But, again, I feel that this could feel very misty or just like uncertain. Maybe that's what I'm feeling here. Again, it's not immediately clear to me how I feel about this person yet. So maybe you feel the same way. Again, maybe you're kind of like something is like a mist, but I'm wondering if it's solidifying. It's like the mist, the particles are like coming together. Something is becoming more real here. We're going to have to look into this. For others, I feel that this is saying embrace the change. Again, he's going back towards the Death card. It's like something has changed. Maybe he's trying to change it, but look, Tower. So I feel like it's kind of saying you can't change the past. So don't even try to go back to the past. You have the Six of Cups here. I am not getting the past on this card. I'm getting definitely like a soulmate coming in for you if you want love. For others, I feel this is like a childhood dream. Even if you want love, I still feel you could be working on something that you've been dreaming about for a very long time. It might not even be a childhood dream, but maybe it's a dream you've had for, 10 or 12 years or longer, maybe 20 years. And so, these children are inside a courtyard. I feel like you've had a dream or something that you feel would be fulfilling that maybe you've been protecting for a very long period of time, just like the Six of Cups. And where is that going, Scorpio? Let's see. With the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Swords. You need to move to this new island behind you here. She is like sitting where she has always been. And this new island represents like outside her comfort zone. If she just put the swords down, took her blindfold off, she would see that she could easily walk over to this island. She's afraid of being hurt on these rocks right here. But again, if she took her blindfold off, she would see that the path is clear, that she can see the rocks. She's not going to get injured on the rocks because she can see them. So it's about like turning around, going somewhere new. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Judgment or Justice card. Sorry, it's like equal give and take. I would say justice is also cause and effect. So I would say anything you're moving towards, make sure when you invest energy into it that it invests energy into you. I feel if you do that, then things will go very well. It's kind of like I always look at justice as a tennis match. I also feel very neutral here. He has these gray pillars. The gray pillars in the tarot kind of represent taking a neutral position. He's sitting in the middle. The Justice card is all about kind of taking a neutral position, not making any judgments until you kind of weigh your options or see both sides. I feel that's very important for you this week. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups, new love coming in for you. Could be a water sign as well. But I do feel there's like a secret admirer or you admire someone or vice versa. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But definitely could be love. I also feel this is part of your dream. He's imagining that fish that's in the cup there. That fish might not exist. It might be part of his imagination. But he needs to create his imagination on Earth, right? And in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Earth card that says utilize logic, reason, and common sense. I feel you need to ground something in reality. I feel like you need to bring something down to Earth that's been a dream. Again, it could be some big, crazy goal, like I was talking about with Neptune and Pisces, but maybe you don't actually manifest the goal, but maybe you get pretty damn close, which is pretty nice, right? Again, maybe you want to be like a millionaire. I would say shoot to be a billionaire. So then you do become a millionaire, right? It's like better, like I said, better to aim high and miss and get the lower amount, even though it's still a lot more than what you want, is what I feel like this is saying. Like, go for the gold. And you never know. Maybe you exceed your expectations, but at least you tried. You have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Nine of Cups. See, you're walking towards the Nine of Cups. The Eight of Cups could be walking away from something. Again, Eight of Cups is an emotional whirlpool, though. It's like I feel some of you could have been in a very emotional situation. If it's love, maybe it was just, maybe there are a lot of emotions, but maybe those emotions drag you down. Maybe you notice when you're in this situation with this person, if it's a person, that you get sucked down. If it's a job or a business, maybe you notice that it kind of sucks the life out of you and you don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel like you're moving in the right direction. So you could be choosing to cause a Tower moment. Again, whenever I know for a fact this card is going to come up a bunch during this week, I can feel it. So we're probably going to see a Tower moment happen in the world. This is going to happen a lot between now and the end of 2030, somewhere around there. I would, if I had to guess. I'm not guessing. I'm using astrology. Just looking at the astrology. This is the name of the game right here. Is Tower. People who embrace the change and who are okay with the new are just going to be very successful. The people that can't handle it, probably not. Really, honestly, they're probably not here anymore. Is probably the gentle way to say it. But I feel for a lot of you, this could just be a Tower moment in the world. But I do feel some of you have already had a Tower moment where you realize that you have to move away from something that just is sucking you down because you want fulfillment. Again, you have that great and full card. You have the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment, wish fulfillment, happiness, joy, abundance, good things coming in for you. It's like you want to be in this energy, and that's what I feel like you're moving towards here, Scorpio. Love it. That was like a million cards that just dropped, so not a pop out. But let's see. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Maybe you were confused in the past. I don't think you're confused any longer. I actually feel like you're very clear about what fulfillment is for you. Maybe there are moments, where you think to yourself like, oh, am I making a mistake? Am I doing something wrong or whatever? But I would say no. I feel like you're actually very clear. With the Tower, you have the Moon. I feel for some of you, it's like you don't know where you're going. But as I always say, the Moon doesn't say stop. It says go on this journey. See it through to the end. There are mountains in the background of the Moon. It basically says, mountains represent achievements. You will be happy that you saw something through to the end, or that you walked away from something and moved towards something. It's kind of funny because like a lot of warnings on the moon. So maybe you caused a tower moment, maybe you broke up with a person, maybe you walked away from something, maybe you walked away from a job or a business, and maybe sometimes I think in that in-between time we're like, oh, did I make a mistake? No, is what I'd say here. You didn't. You're just in the moon period. The sun just hasn't come up yet, right? But it's about to. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you need to be more confident, more sure that you're making the right decision. Seven of Wands is a card of knowing that you know that you're going to be successful. It's a card of conviction. It says when you know that you're going to be successful, when you believe that deep down inside, then you will be successful, plain and simple. So I would watch your beliefs at this time. We're going to clarify this whole thing now with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and like I did last week, and we're going to see. With the Emperor and the Eight of Wands, you have this indecision card. Again, I feel like you've already kind of overcome this indecision is what I would say. There's this like angel on this indecision card. So I feel like you've been guided away from something, or you made a decision to walk away from something. Eight of Wands is like needing movement. It's kind of funny that I felt with that Emperor. I like the Emperor. He's normally action-based, but for some reason I feel like I was saying, that you need to move your ass, right? And that Eight of Wands is like very quick movement. And so I feel for some of you, maybe you were indecisive about something and now you're making moves, or you're moving towards something. With the Seven of Swords and the Death card, you have this impulsiveness card. Again, if you're dealing with a Pisces, Pisces had the same card, I'm pretty sure in exactly the same position, which is crazy. This card kind of represents being impulsive. I would be careful of impulsive actions, although there is a horseshoe here and it does represent luck. But, there could be some impulsive actions here. I feel like there could be communication. Either you're communicating with someone or someone's communicating with you. It could be like a drunk text or something like that where this person got liquid courage, or you did, I don't know. But there could be like an impulsive action. It's kind of funny because I feel it's kind of like, it could be good for some of you and bad for others is what I would say. I would just say, I would be careful if you're like texting exes here and things like that. But if this is a new person, I feel like it could be like a good mistake, right? Because this person might be into you. And again, Mars retrograde, I would just be careful of impulsiveness in general. I think that Mars retrograde is really bad for impulsive action, just reacting without thinking about things first. So I'd be careful of that. With the Three of Wands and the Three of Wands, you have this eccentricity card. Again, as I've said, being eccentric, having crazy ideas is what's going to be most successful at this time. I truly believe that. I've been talking about this for a long time. This is Saturn and Aquarius. And again, we're entering into the age of Aquarius. It's like, if you're kind of following the crowd, you're not going to get a lot of attention and probably not going to be that successful. That's why I encourage people to do their own thing. Aquarius wants everyone to be their own little star, wants everyone to do their own little thing. If your heart, great and full. This is why I keep talking about heart-based energy as well. People keep saying you say the same thing. I'm like, yeah, damn straight. I'm going to keep saying it too, because this is what we need to do. If the people that get it and that do it are going to be super successful, right? If your heart tells you that you should have a tarot channel that does tarot readings for dinosaurs, or maybe you want to dress up as a dinosaur while you do tarot readings, do it, right? Because your heart is telling you to do it. It's just that simple. The people that do that are going to be very successful, like I said. With the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords, you have this charity card. Again, if you're attracting a new person, I feel like you could be attracting someone who's just very generous. Could be a Cancer as well. Again, you have a lot of water in your reading. You have earth, water, fire. I mean, it could be anything, literally. But, you do have a lot of water here. And I feel like it is someone who's very generous, someone who's very helpful, who wants to be helpful. It's like you want to help each other. So definitely very good for a connection if you want love. I do feel... again, if there's love coming in, it's like there's work that needs to be done to get to this person. Those are the words that I feel like saying. You have the Two of Swords. This is Saturn and Cancer as well. There's some sort of work that needs to be done. I'm not saying it's long distance, but that it's kind of giving me those vibes where it's like maybe someone has to travel, or maybe you're attracting a person who's like super busy. Maybe there's just like a lot of work that needs to be done to make this happen. I'm not sure. With the Knight of Swords and the Justice card, you have this Principles card. I like this a lot. I feel like if you're attracting a person that you two have very similar principles, like your morals, your ethics, your values, the way that you were raised, the things that you believe, very, very similar here. This even looks like the Hierophant's crown, kind of, or the like a Pope's crown, It kind of reminds me of the Hierophant. So, very similar kind of beliefs here I'm getting. For others, again, for all of you, I feel like this is saying that you have developed certain principles over the years. Maybe these principles, these ideas, maybe they don't fit into society. I would do them anyway, whatever they are, because that's what's going to lead to the most success. With the Page of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, you have this Discovery card. Again, travel. Some of you definitely could be traveling. You always get travel, Scorpio. It really wouldn't surprise me if you were traveling or moving. between now and 2025. I think pretty much all water signs and earth signs really have heavy travel energy for a long time. So wouldn't really surprise me. You could be traveling, discovering new things. I also just feel like discovery in general is good for everyone right now. So going on mental adventures, learning new things. If you're interested in some mysteries as well, these could be any mysteries, like how to make money, how to pay your taxes, how to do anything. I don't know, whatever captures your attention, right? I would be looking into those things because, I feel that's where we're going to find gold, basically. We have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, as they say. But, I feel like if we move the dirt, we're going to find a lot of gold. With the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups here, you have the birth card. I would be careful of getting pregnant if you're not trying to get pregnant at this time. But I would also say that I just feel like you're birthing new ideas. I feel like you have very good ideas at this time. And, I would nurture those ideas, take care of them, and kind of make it happen, plain and simple. With the moon and the tower, you have the affair card. Everybody's had this card, which is crazy. So, like I said, in the October readings or the other readings, whatever they were, to me, the end of the year is going to be full of love. I said this in the 2022 readings, that I felt like the end of the year, the last quarter, was full of love energy. So, it could be love. You could be having an affair, although I don't really feel like it's an affair. I feel like it's just saying two people are coming together here. With the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Wands, you have the speculation card. This is what I would be careful of at this time with Neptune and Pisces. I say this all the time, and you have the 7 of Cups here. You even have the 7 of Cups I didn't even notice on the bottom of the main deck that I was using there. So, what I would say with the speculation card is it's like we can have all these ideas floating around above our head, but until we bring them down to earth, we have no clue what is going to happen. We have to have experiences, basically, is what this energy is saying. You have a lot of Cancer energy here. Jupiter in Cancer, Venus in Cancer, Saturn in Cancer showing up here. A lot of feeling energy, right? But it's like I feel like these feelings need to come down to earth. So if this is like a person, go on a date with a person. It's like you're not going to know unless you do it. If this is starting a business, you're not going to know until you actually do it. And I just dropped another one of these cards here. It kind of popped out there, and so I want to see what it is. You have this decision card. Just make the decision to manifest this on earth. Because, again, you can dream about something all you want, but until you actually make it happen, you're just not going to know. So I feel like you need to have some experiences here. But I'm going to pull 3 cards here. I want you to think of a question, just one question. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of a question, but I'm going to try to tap into it and answer your question right now. So like a personal-ish reading based off your question. So feel free to pause the reading if you need to, but you have the High Priestess, 9 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands here. If you're attracting like a water sign or asking about a water sign, I feel like they're extremely independent and successful. You even have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck here as well. I feel like this person would be a dream come true. Could be a Pisces that you have your eye on already, and I would say go for it if you do here, Scorpio. For others, I feel like there is just a lot of success in those mysteries that I was talking about. High Priestess represents a mystery. Some of you are thinking about starting like a new side hustle, side business. I feel like it'll be something that'll lead to a lot of success with that 9 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Wands, a lot of attention. For some of you, like I feel like maybe you've already started or like have worked on something in the past. I feel like I said this to you in a recent reading as well. It's like I'm getting deja vu just thinking about it, where it's like you've maybe started a side business or like a YouTube channel or something like that. I feel this is saying do it again or breathe new life into it, start again, because you're going to be very successful. I feel a need to like change your environment as well is what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of stuff for you here. So I feel for some of you could be moving or needing a move, or maybe you just need to like, if you can't move, maybe you need to move some things around in your house. I always tell stories. Like years ago, I wasn't sleeping at this apartment that I was living in, and I literally moved my bed, and I slept like a baby every single night since then, right? So you never know. Moving things around, rearranging things can be very powerful. But this is one heck of a reading. I like it. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really, really, really good. Definitely watch your sun, moon, and rising for full picture of what's going on for you this week. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.